Well, I'm taking a piece of sapele, I think is how you pronounce it. It's basically cheap mahogany. If you live in Ohio, up in Amish country, you can get this at Kime Lumber. They have some small pieces, pretty affordable. But I am just roughing this. I'm going to make an interesting project here that there was a new store, and this is the final product. I'm going to show you how I duplicate it. But there was a new store that it's an old general store that some friends of mine remodeled, and they have since opened. I made these about a year ago, and they asked me for the remodel. They wanted some door handles made out of that look like these rolling pins, and they wanted this exact design, and they wanted two. So it was very important that I duplicated these to look pretty close. So here I am measuring, and then I'm marking the exact one. The overall shape didn't have to be perfect, but once you make one, you wanted to make the other one very close because they're going to be about 6 inches apart from each other. So there I am, just making sure that those marks make sense. It was an interesting little project. I'll just take the parting tool here and just kind of mark where I want the two balls on the end. I normally make French rolling pins or just rolling pins that are flat all the way across. They're a little more practical. I don't think these are as practical to use, but man, since I've made these, it's been, as soon as I make one, they sell pretty fast. So they're very popular, so I keep making them, of course. Here I'm using a skew chisel to make the balls. I'm still nervous doing this. I am still not great with the skew chisel. I am getting better. I've been using it a lot more, and that's how you get better with tools. If I wanted to do this and not risk getting a catch, I would grab my detail spindle gouge, much more confident with it that I'm not going to mess up with it. But this sapele really turns really well, so I did like working with it. I've made some out of walnut and cherry and maple since, and I even made one recently out of Osage orange. You talk about a tough, dense wood. It actually turned pretty good. Some people call it hedge apple. It's got those big hedge apples. You see them on the sides of fence posts here in southern Ohio. I used to try to make long bows, and it's really popular with making long bows. And I spent 20 or 30 hours trying to make a long bow and was tillering that long bow, and it snapped, and I was so disheartened that I haven't tried to make a long bow again. But this new general store, it's located it's in the Hocking Hills area. It's on Locust Grove Road. It's right across from Locust Grove Church, but it was really grown up with weeds and abandoned. And these friends of mine, they purchased it, and then they really put a ton of work in it. It's got an old potbelly stove in it, and it's got all local artisans. So they've opened it up for local artists to put their products in, and we have a lot of tourism there. So it's been a really good place to put my woodworking products, and I'm selling as much as I want to sell. I don't want this to be a full-time job, so I want it to be somewhat of a hobby that helps pay for my tools a little bit, and just compensates me for a little bit of my time. But it's done very well. But I would add this shape and this style of rolling pin to your repertoire. People like them. Everyone likes different things, but there seems to be a lot of people that like this shape. Here I am just making sure it's the same size as the other one. And here they are both together. They are not exactly the same, but they would be hard. You'd have to spend a lot of time noticing that they're different. And then he used a little hardware and mounted them, and they work really nice for the door pulls for this mercantile. Thanks a lot.